to the vlog. If you don't know me, my name is Sherelle. I'm an artist, illustrator and drinker of tea, and yet again I've not made any tea. I'm going to actually go rectify? Oh no, rectify that presently. Before I do, it is a Saturday. I don't usually come in the office on a Saturday because it's the weekend, my house is full of other people and it's generally a bit noisier and not that great for filming, but I had to take a couple of days off this week because I've just not felt 100%. I've not necessarily been ill, like there's nothing wrong with me, like I'm just so tired and I have no energy. Brain fog is rampant with me right now, so I've just not had any kind of energy to do anything creative. I've kind of been like a little bit, I don't want to say burnt out because I'm not entirely burnt out because I have been creative. I just can't focus enough to do any actual work. But like I say, I have been creative because I've been doing some bits and bobs to try and prepare for an autumn shop update, which may well be an autumn and winter shop update. I'm not entirely sure. I'm hoping to do it for the end of this month, but currently it's the 13th of September. I don't know if I can pull it off that fast. I don't know if I can pull it off within the next 2 weeks. We'll see. Especially with my brain just being the way it is at the minute. I just feel really tired. Not like physically I need a nap kind of tired, but just like I have no focus, I have no mental energy kind of tired. So yeah, things feel like they're falling apart a little bit, if I'm quite honest. I just haven't been able to get back into the swing of it since I went on holiday. Last week in August we went to Spain for a week. It was really lovely actually. It was just really chill, totally switched off, just like not worrying about anything. It was great. I definitely needed that. But since we've come back, I've just not been able to get into life again. I don't necessarily know why. Like the first week back to school was a half week, so that was kind of taken up by doing laundry from holiday and just general back to school stuff, because I messed up the back to school days and booked our holiday so that we would arrive back in the UK 2 days before school started. So we landed at like 8 p.m. So we should have had a whole day off and then back to school the next day. But I messed up the dates, so we actually came back to the UK the day before school. So we landed at 8 p.m, we got home at about 11, and then it was straight up the next morning, 7 a.m, ready for school, and off you go. And that was a whirlwind. It wasn't horrible, it wasn't as terrible as I thought it might have gone, but it just felt like a whirlwind. And then the rest of that week just followed suit, continued to feel like an absolute whirlwind. And every single day since then, I've been like, today's going to be the day where I feel like I'm back to normal. And it hasn't. It hasn't felt like that. And I've just become more and more tired, more and more drained, more and more brain foggy. And maybe I'm having like my biannual burnout. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't quite feel that bad, but I definitely have no creative energy. That's just not true. It feels like I have no creative energy, but I have been creating stuff. So I sent off for 5 new washi tapes at the start of the week, and they were all kind of designs that have sort of been in the works already, so there wasn't like too much design work. It was mostly just the logistical work of putting the designs together and sending them off to the manufacturer. That is something that I have done. I also worked on some new slugs because there was one day this week I could not look at a screen without getting a headache. So something was off there, like something was telling me just don't be on a screen today. So I ended up getting out some polymer clay and making some new slugs, which I will say are somehow bigger than the last slugs I did. If you saw last week's video where I did a little studio tour, you will have seen that I broke this slug, and he was a prototype one from the first set of slugs that I did. I broke him and I was kind of sad about it. So I made new slugs, and you can see the colour difference because this one, like I said, was a prototype. So this is the new slug, but somehow I've made him like quite a lot longer than the original slug. I don't know if you can see that. But I like it a lot better. These haven't been glazed or anything yet, so these will get some glaze on them, and they need some little rosy cheeks and stuff. They're not finished, but... So I have new slugs. So part of me feels like I haven't been creative at all, and then there's this other part of me that's like, no, you have been creative, you've just not done any work. Which doesn't really make sense, because technically that is work. I don't even know if what I'm saying is coming across. This is just what it's like to be in my brain, I think. It's just constantly... I'm a walking contradiction. I feel like a walking contradiction all the time, because I'm saying, I haven't done any work, but I have done work, and I've been creative, when I'm also saying have no energy to be creative. At this point, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But just take my word for it, I've not been feeling right, so that's what that's all about. But today, I thought we would try and get ahead a little bit and prepare for a shop update, which, like I said, I'm not entirely sure when it's going to be yet, but I thought we could restock some restock some out of stock stuff. I want to make some more tomato sticker packs. Anything that's out of stock on my website, I want to restock. So I think that'll be like some sticker sheets and stuff. And I also want to go through my Etsy and have a look what's out of stock there and restock there. Although I haven't been stocking my Etsy very much lately, and I shall tell you for why. Primarily, I use Etsy as a way to sell my greeting cards, because they kind of sell themselves on Etsy. Like, I don't have to do anything with them. I just put the listing up and they kind of just sell on repeat. I think Etsy is kind of a popular choice for people looking for weird and wonderful greeting cards. That works in my favour for that. So that's one thing I use Etsy for. The other thing I primarily use Etsy for is international sales, because they handle all the taxes and the customs stuff and all that malarkey that I don't fully understand or want to deal with. So Etsy will deal with that for me. Having said that, I no longer sell to Europe because of the whole General Product Safety Regulation, GPSR. Because of that whole thing, and you having to have an EU representative located within the EU, and I just, again, it's a thing I don't fully understand. I don't have the bandwidth for it right now to, like, figure it out. I know it's an expense, and I also know that before this whole GPSR thing came in, I think I'd made a grand total of maybe 10 sales to the EU in my entire career. So I think not selling to the EU has not really been to my detriment, and it's probably not worth me paying for a legal representative there when I don't really make that many sales there. So I'm not selling there anymore. I have switched off US shipping because of the whole de minimis thing, and I had intended for this to be a temporary thing. I kind of thought it wouldn't have lasted this long already, because Royal Mail, which is like the main sort of shipping provider here in the UK, they were very quick. They were very quick at putting stuff in place to handle this de minimis thing. They had a system ready to go. That means that when I send a parcel, I can essentially pay the customs fees up front, which means that you don't have to handle it if you are buying from the US. You don't have to handle it when it comes your end. In theory, what happens is the customs charge is paid up front, the package gets to your customs, the customs go, great, the charges have already been paid, and then they send it on to you. But that's not what's happening. What's happening, some people, is that the customs charge is being paid, the parcels get into customs, and then the customs people are then going to the recipient to say, you need to pay a customs charge, even though it's already paid. And then they're not releasing those parcels until that customs charge has been paid, and then somebody has to refund some... It just sounds like a headache, if I'm quite honest. So that's one thing. Also, Royal Mail have now suspended all shipping services that are not tracked. I tend to send buy the standard service because it's cheaper. And the reason they are suspending all non-tracked services to the US is because parcels are getting there and either being returned or destroyed, apparently because US Customs does not have the infrastructure in place to handle the volume of parcels that they have coming in, while also doing this whole new de minimis thing. They could handle the volume of parcels before they had to deal with the de minimis, but now they have to deal with that. They can't. So, by the sounds of things, that's why parcels are either getting returned to sender or just destroyed entirely. Fun. Sounds like fun, sounds like a headache I, again, don't want to have to deal with. So, I have kind of let my Etsy fall to the wayside a little bit because I'm no longer selling to the EU, I'm no longer selling to the US, and my primary goal for my Etsy was to be able to sell to international customers. So, yeah. That said, Etsy still does well for me for greeting cards, and what I have lost in revenue from US customers, I actually seem to have gained in revenue from UK customers. So I'm still getting the same number of, like averagely the same number of sales that I was getting before I turned off US shipping. It's just now they're all UK customers and no US. I don't know how that works, whether Etsy is just like, you can only have this many orders a day, and now that there's not any US market to fill some of those orders, they're like allowing more UK people to see my cards. I have no idea how that works, but yeah, that's a whole thing. So I have kind of let my Etsy drop off a little bit, so I think maybe I should go through it, have a little look, see what needs to be restocked and all that jazz. So that is what we're gonna do. Right, pals, it's actually been a few hours because I went off and watched some TV for a while. I mean, it is the weekend after all. But I've just been cutting out these little paper shapes, and these are what I make my tomato sticker packs from. So I'm going to restock tomato sticker packs. I've got almost enough stickers for them actually. I need to print off 2 more of these, and then I will have enough stickers to do 4 tomato sticker packs. I had the ingenious idea, well, I don't know if it's going to work yet, but I had the ingenious idea that I could actually take this tomato sticker pack and turn it into a pumpkin. So I don't actually have any pumpkin stickers done yet, but I do have a design for them. And I just thought while I'm making this sticker packaging, I could see whether or not it was possible for me to turn the tomato template into a pumpkin. So I'm going to give that a go, see how it pans out, and then potentially that's another sticker pack that we can have in the bag. Hello, pals. It is another day in the office. It's been, I think, over a week since I started filming this video. Quite honestly, I can't remember what I filmed, so this is going to be fun. But I had to take almost a week off just because I was so brain foggy and like headachy, and I'd got myself really stressed. I was a little bit burnt out. I just needed a little bit of time off, so I felt like I've not been productive in all that time. But actually, I think sometimes it feels counterproductive to rest, but we can take from this that actually resting is sometimes the most productive thing you can do, because if you're at a point where you cannot function anymore, to just keep on going is counterproductive, because you're not getting anything done anyway. So you need to rest to be able to come back with a fresh head and be like, I know what I'm doing now, which I think I am now at that point, which is great, because I was getting so frustrated that I just couldn't think straight, couldn't do the work that I wanted to do. But now I'm at a point where I think I can do the work that I want to do. I spent some time yesterday doing a little autumnal spread in my sketchbook. I really love this like pumpkin guy with the hollow eyes, so I think I'd love to do that as a sticker sheet. I think I might do that as a sticker sheet. It's too late to do it as washi tapes now. I've sent off for washi tapes, which I'm hoping will arrive this week. I'm not entirely sure when they're due to get here. There was an issue with the manufacturer that they didn't send me the proof, although they thought they had. I didn't receive it. So I didn't receive the proof, so I couldn't sign off on the design to say, yeah, go to print. So I think I wasted 4 or 5 days because they were waiting for me to sign off the proofs, but I never received the proofs. So now that's all sorted out. Hopefully it won't take too much longer for my washi tapes to kind of be done and be heading their way to me. But there's no time now for pumpkin washi tapes. But I think I still want to do that kind of hollow-eyed pumpkin kind of design that I'd started there as a sticker sheet. So I'm definitely going to do that. Not sure if I will do it in the sketchbook. I think I'll do it as a digital design. I'm really enjoying sketchbooking at the moment. You will have seen, possibly if you're on my Instagram from a while back, that I started a gouache series where I was doing Paint the Alphabet, and I only made it about halfway through the alphabet before life got in the way, and I've not done any more of that series, but I'm thinking I will pick it back up again. But I really enjoyed doing some actual like traditional media, doing some painting and working in my sketchbook. I'm finding the gouache that I've got really difficult to work with, and I think it's just because it's like a cheap brand. It's not like a very high quality paint. So I think I will invest in a better quality paint. But this one I did in pencils, which I really enjoyed, and I found much easier to work with than the gouache I've been working with. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that. But I think I might turn it into like a digital sketch to do for stickers and stuff. I think that's going to be an easier way to do it for now. But yeah, anyway, we need to have less chat, more action this morning. I want to get some sticker sheets done this morning. I've got an acorn washi tape coming, and I would love to do some sticker sheets to match in with that. I've also got, what else have I got coming? Popcorn washi tape, all the corns apparently. A sweet corn, no I'm joking, I don't really have sweet corn washi tape. Acorn, popcorn, what else was there? Oh, I have a Christmas one coming, which I won't tell you about that one yet, but I'm very pleased with that one. There was one Christmas design and there were 2 others. Oh, the pantry design, which matches the September goodie box theme. So that one's coming, and a biscuit washi tape, which matches the August goodie box. Was it the August goodie box? Yeah, it was the August goodie box, which was the kind of round jammy biscuit. It matches that one. So I want to turn the acorn design into a sticker sheet. I already have, do I have a biscuit sticker sheet? I must do. No, I didn't do a sticker sheet. I didn't do a sticker sheet for the biscuit box because it wouldn't fit in the box. So I could do a biscuit sticker sheet as well. Popcorn sticker sheets I already have done and ready, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, that's going to give me a few things to work on for an upcoming shop update. But I'm going to start with the acorn sticker sheets and we'll go from there. Okay, pals, I've made some cutie pie little sticker sheets this morning, which was a nice, like, easy task. Didn't feel like super strenuous, so that was really great. The only other sticker sheets that I really want to make right now, I really want to make some sticker sheets that are more for like bullet journalers and planner girlies that are kind of, I don't know what the right kind of word to describe them is, but they're kind of like boxes and banners that you can write little titles on and like little bullet point type things. So they're less kind of decorative stickers and more like functional decorative stickers. Does that make sense? Like these ones you would just use to like decorate your planner, decorate your phone, whatever you want. Like I kind of have them with planners in mind, but realistically like you can use them for whatever the heck you can stick a sticker on, I guess. I want to do some that are like writable ones that are like little banners and boxes, and I don't know what else there would be. I don't really know if I'm explaining well, and I don't know if there's a name for this type of sticker. I know they exist, I just don't know if there's a name for it. But I'd like to do some of those that also match in with this kind of like autumnal theme. Because if I'm going to do journaling kits, that's kind of what I'm imagining is going to go in the journaling kits. Kind of like some decorative stickers, some more kind of write-on functional stickers, washi tape, printed papers, possibly not die-cut stickers, I don't think. I think you'll end up getting 3 different scrapbooking papers, 2 sticker sheets, and a washi tape in a journaling pack. So yeah, that's what I want to do, and I'm kind of thinking if I've got like a template for these kind of more functional stickers, then it will make things easier for me to just kind of take that same template and adjust the theme accordingly. So in the same way that these stickers are built on the same template but they have different stickers on, that's what I'm kind of thinking here. So I'm gonna finish my hot chocolate first, because it's officially hot chocolate season now, and this is keeping my hands really nice and warm. My hands are so cold. And then I need to do a little bit of like market research for my more functional stickers, and then I can get on with designing them. I also think, I know earlier I said I was going to do a pumpkin sticker sheet as well. I think I might just scan this in and use this as a sticker, a die cut sticker, because it's too cute not to, right? I mean, I really like it, so I might turn that into a die cut sticker also for the autumn shop update. So yeah, I think I have a bit of a plan. It feels like a bit of an all over the place plan, if I'm quite honest. I need to like write some things down and actually organise what's going on in my brain, but while I've got some like creative energy that I'm just like, I'm going to create stuff, I'm just going to follow that energy and just go with that. and we will do the planning after the fact, which I know is really backwards. I know that's completely the wrong way to do that, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, pals, I'm hoping you'll be able to hear me clearly enough because it's quite noisy, because my neighbours are having an extension done and they're doing some kind of drilling today and it's really loud. My face, I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but my cheeks are very rosy right now. I don't really know why. I've got really hot. I'm not actually hot, like my hands are cold. And I don't feel hot everywhere else. It's just I can feel my face is like really flushed and red. Not entirely sure why. Anyway, I have done another set of sticker sheets. I will have to amend these ones slightly because I made a couple of little mistakes when I was cutting them out. But this is the kind of sticker sheet that I'm talking about for planner and journal girlies. I don't know if I went too simple, but I didn't want to like overcomplicate this because the idea is that this matches in with the washi tapes and like the other stickers, so that you've got some that are like just decorative but some that are like more functional as well. So I didn't go super heavy on the decoration on these, but I wanted the colours to match so that you can like mix and match these together with these ones. And it also goes with the leaf set, and it also goes with the acorns and oranges set, so they kind of can all mix and match together. So I think that came out kind of cute. These are printed on sticker paper. All my other stickers are like vinyl type stickers, which means they're waterproof. They're not laminated, these ones, so they're like thin, but they are completely waterproof. Partly because I'm messy, and if they're not waterproof, I will ruin them before I even send them out to anybody. The amount of like non-waterproof sticker sheets that I have just ruined because I have been like packing up orders and then I'll like, I don't know, just spilled stuff on them. Mostly that's the reason I do them waterproof, which also means that then you don't have to be quite so careful with them either. But these ones I've done in paper because you're going to want to write on them, and it's nice and smooth for writing on. They're not coated in anything. So those ones are, yeah, they're just a slightly different material. Still look really, really good together. I'm really chuffed with how that came out. And then I will use this kind of template, use this as a template to make other designs that match in with other sticker sheets that I have. And I'm thinking this is what the journal kits are kind of going to look like. You're going to kind of have like a big sticker sheet like this, which has the boxes and stuff on, a mini sticker sheet that goes with it, plus a washi tape and some printed like scrapbooking papers as well. So I think that's going to make a nice little journal kit. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see this all come together. Got to wait for the washi tapes to arrive, and I still need to design the like scrapbooking papers that will go with these, but I think thus far it's all looking very cute. Journaling kits kind of make sense here because I'm making the sticker sheets anyway, so it's kind of an add-on for that as far as like making it goes, because I can make the sticker sheets but then I can also use them in journaling kits and just essentially just expand on that product without it having to be like brand new design from scratch for every single sticker sheet. I can use the same kind of elements and then make stuff that all kind of goes together. Does that make sense? I don't actually know. But it is getting on a bit today. I've only got about 20 minutes left in here for the day, and I need to have a bit of a tidy up, so I'm going to call it a day for now, pals. I hope you have enjoyed this somewhat kind of chaotic little vlog, and I hope it's given you like a bit of an insight into what the autumn shop update is going to look like. We still don't have a set in stone date for that yet because I need to wait for the washi tapes to arrive before I can figure that out, but watch this space. If you don't want to miss the autumn shop update, make sure you check out the links in the description and join my mailing list, because that is the number one place to get information from me. It means you won't miss important updates. If you are following me on YouTube or Instagram, there's always a chance that the algorithm will not show you my content and you may miss important updates, or you might only hear about them after the fact. So if you're on my mailing list, it is the number one way to make sure that you are up to date on anything new that is coming to the shop, if that is your bag. Anyway, pals, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time.